Hello YouTubers. Yeah, I haven't done a video here for a while, but I'm just doing an update on what I've been doing lately in my running and my future plans from will be up to about May next year. But I've just got back from Whangarei. I left Levin last Friday and went up to Auckland and saw my nephew up there. And while I was there, did the half marathon, and it went very good. But I just want to do a recap on the Auckland half marathon. And I went from my nephew's place up to Whangarei. I took my 85-year-old mother up to Whangarei to see my brother and family up there. And I haven't been up there for a while, so it was good to see them. He's been busy building a house with my nephew, a house and a mini house, and some buildings on his land where he's got banana trees going in Whangarei. Thought it was like tropical fruit. Lives the kind of vegan lifestyle. Just amazing to get up there and see Whangarei, my brother's house, Stubbs' house. Banana trees, bananas growing everywhere, and he's got built the mini house, and then just across from the mini house there's another little house.
The size of that hand.
See that good size ones?
I'll take that.
Down to the market, we'll take the produce down the market. Money for jam. And so two buckets full, so. Down to the organic shop or down to the market?
Probably I might go to the market, see what it costs and roots.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, so I've just been drove back today, so I'm a bit tired. It's because I've been driving from Whangarei to Auckland and down to Taupo. Stayed at the Waireki Hotel. If you're ever up that way, it's an amazing place to stay. Waireki Hotel, all up the first floor. A bit of a view around. Nice place for the price, that's for sure. 120 a night, or 130 if you want a bit bigger room, up in the top floor. Yeah. So thermal steam, very hot there, and that heats up. The actual water is not swimming pool, is just normal water, but the heat comes through the pipes and heats up the swimming pool. It's about 35-degree swimming pool, so I'll do a quick few lengths. Where the price of staying at Waireki Hotel is the price of camping grounds, $120, $130 for excellent room. I've got some pictures on there, some video clips, and I'll put them on there of my nephew also in Auckland and the family there, and some clips of after the Auckland half marathon. I haven't done that much this week. I did probably one swim on Monday, went for a walk run, little slow walk run just for a recovery for the legs. Would have been on the Tuesday I think it is, but I'll put that on there. That was around the Whangarei waterfall circuit, which is an awesome place to run around there. Some nice places in Whangarei if you're up that way. Bro and Izzy. Nice place. And Pedro, come on, let's go. And other than that, did a little jog around Waireki. There's some really nice bush tracks around the steam walk tracks up there, the thermal steam and hot pools. Waireki natural thermal heating. Just outside of Waireki Resort. Walk on the little Waireki walk track. Okay. Yeah, It's a really nice place. I didn't think you get such a nice place for that sort of price. I always thought it was $500 up, but amazing place, and everything's free. The hot pools are free, the gym's free. I'm pretty sure the gym's free. I just usually mean the hot pools, but I think the spas, everything's free. There's room service. They got to pay for a bit of room service, but yeah, amazing place for what you get there. I'd definitely be going back there. And so what I really wanted to talk about was my running, how it's going, and future plans, what's coming up. So basically, that half marathon, Auckland half marathon last Sunday, was sort of one of the first runs of this running season. So that's out of the way, and it went way better than I was expecting, because about 4 weeks in the middle of my sort of training, trying to do a bit of intensive training to build up a bit of fitness through the winter, continuously running in shorts up the trig and around here in Levin, 1 degrees, 0 degrees type of mornings. After that, my knees were paining up about 4 weeks ago, and so got to the point where couldn't run up there without a little bit of knee pain. And I still wanted to do the half marathon, so I bought a mountain bike recently, so I went for some mountain bike rides, did a few 50k rides just to give the legs a rest from the running and the steep climbing on the knees. And I did a ride to Shannon, and from Levin to Shannon about 50k's and around a couple of times a week. And then instead of doing a long 30k run that I do usually on the last few months training, I did a 100k bike ride. So I didn't know how that was going to go in the training, so it's good to note these things. You just don't know how it's going to go, how the fitness is going to go, but the knees were slightly improving after the 100k ride. It was good, felt good. And instead of that 30k run on the Friday, still wanted to get that fitness in, the aerobic fitness, so I did the 100k bike ride up to Shannon, up to Palmerston North, and back around Massey University Way. It was an awesome ride. Just take it easy, just take it slow, easy. And I wasn't sure if that would help, but yeah. And so after that, the fitness didn't feel very good at all. I mean, it was okay, but I wasn't sure. Usually at that time, 3 weeks to go, you're doing some hard workouts, and the body should be feeling good, and you do a few hill repeats, sprint hill repeats on the last week, so you're prepared to try and be as fit as you can on the day and as fresh as you can on the day. But it came to the Friday, driving up from here, it's a kind of a tiring drive, but enjoyed the trip. And I didn't know how it really was going to go, but it sort of came to the day. I was nearly going to cancel because I just went for a run on the Wednesday before the Friday, and I went up the hill and just felt terrible. The feel of the legs felt like rubbery, like weren't like strong, didn't feel good. But so what I've been trying to do on my last run in Hawke's Bay, came third in my age group, 55 to 59, and won a prize. It was the Hawke's Bay, so that's the first prize I've won in Hawke's Bay, and that went amazingly good. And now 28 for the Hawke's Bay half marathon, and that was really enjoyed that one. When it came to this race and half marathon, running is a funny and interesting sport. You really don't know what to expect right up to the starting line. So and everyone has their own little unique things they do to prepare your kind of your mind and to relax on the day. What I've done in Hawke's Bay was just my own little thing. Was before the race, instead of going for run walk-ups, what I did was just get up, have a juice, go for a bit of a walk. But lately, before runs, I've put on like a heavy pack and just walked for about 45 minutes as a warm-up, just my own little thing. And I don't know why, but it was once I do that, and when I started the Hawke's Bay half marathon, then it was the best run I've done. Whether it's just that little bit of different thing you add in your training. So I did the same thing, from almost cancelling the Auckland half marathon. Got to the starting line, did the same thing. I saw Josh, who's on YouTube here. I saw him well, I saw him and that he was being the pacer for the marathon, and he's on here, Kiwi Bigfoot, he's on here, so he did good. He was one of the pacers for the marathon, and so I did the same thing about an hour before the half marathon was to start at 10 to 7. I got on a pack and walked just up because it's just got to get up early, have your breakfast, walk up the hill for about 45 minutes up and down this little hill with a pack on, and that was my routine. Do a few stretching, a little run from Devonport along the Esplanade to where the starting line was, and I had no idea how I was going to go. Had no idea how I really felt at that stage because the training wasn't very good. Didn't do much training the last 4 weeks, and but came to the starting line and took off, and I just thought in my mind, well, there I saw the paces, the hour 30 pacer, hour 40 pacer, and I think there's hour 50 pacer, but I thought as I took off, because to me the Auckland Half Marathon has been one of the hardest. It's going over the Harbour Bridge, going up and down hills, up some steep hills, 5,000 people in the race. It's a hard race to me. I've done it the last 2-3 years. First year I did an hour 42, hour 41 I think it was, and last year I did an hour 37. It was really hard. I enjoyed it, but I felt like at that stage my running was getting better. I did an hour 37, but I thought it was a really hard effort. But so my plan, I didn't really know what my plan was until I got to the starting line. Sometimes you just don't know. So, but this time I took off, and I thought in my mind, because most runs, the Hawke's Bay run, the run before that, my last 5 half marathons, I've done it my own way. My own way is you get a bit excited and take off in the first half, just take off. What I've done is take off in the first half, pretty much fast as I can sort of go at my fastest pace, and just try and hang in there for the second half of the race. But this time I thought, I did an hour 37 last year, and that was good. It was a good time, I was happy with that. But this year I thought, I'll just try and stay with the hour 30 pacer, because in Hawke's Bay I know I can do an hour 30 half marathon. But to me, Auckland Half Marathon is been a lot harder, completely different, a lot harder with the hills and the Harbour Bridge. But I thought, I know in my mind I can do an hour and a half marathon. So I thought, all right, I'll keep up. I'll just see how I go. I'll try and keep up with the hour and a half pace with the balloon. So I kept up, and to me, he was doing fairly slow pace. And I came to 5Ks. I was with the little group. There was about 30 of us. And I keep running, and I felt amazingly good. So you don't know how it's going to go. The weather was good. It was just a happy feeling, and just running in a nice pace. Came to 10Ks. I was still with the hour 30 pacer, and amazingly, I felt like it was going slow, and it was going slow at a slow pace. So it was negative splits. I've never really done that before. It was, to me, felt a lot easier, but I was starting to think. A little bit panicked because he's going so slow. How is this going to be an hour 30 when I worked so hard to get hour 37? And it was a major effort running fast in the first half. But came to 15Ks. I was still with the group. There was about 30. Dropped to back about 10. Someone had took off, I think, ahead. Some dropped back. But I stayed with that group, and came to about 10-15Ks. I felt really good. Just felt easy, with big help with the pacer. I've never experienced that before. If you stay with the pacer, I don't even look at my watch, just stay with the pace. Here's the hour 30 man. I know I could do that hour 30, so I just kept it with him, and I thought, if I can do that in hour 30, that's good enough. But it came to about 15-18Ks. I felt like I could have took off and done my PB time of an hour 28, 27, probably easy. It was kind of weird, but I thought, no, I don't want to blow out and then all get taken over in the last few Ks, but so I stuck with them. Came to about a K to go. I still felt good, so I took off and just a little bit ahead, and just did it under the hour 30, hour 29, but it wasn't really a hard effort. That's what's just strange, what's funny to me. So it's an experience, it's a total experience to me. From seeing the Auckland Half Marathon as one of the hardest, I kind of see it as a more easier half marathon now. If you do it right, if you just well, it helps if you've done ones like Auckland Half Marathon when you know where the hills are coming up. Use the downhills. There's a bit of a loophole there. Use the downhills for a bit of speed. So some ways the hilly half marathons or marathons are easier because you struggle up the hills, or you can take it easy up the hills, but you can make up that speed on the downhills. So to me, in a way, from thinking, seeing those big hilly Auckland Marathon as being one of the hardest, is actually quite easy, in a way easier than Hawke's Bay. So it's strange how running goes. It's pretty amazing. I was happy with that time. I know I could have beaten my PB, but I didn't want to push it. There's other races to do. And moving on now is to the future. I've never done a marathon, but I kind of want to say now that I want to give Rotorua Marathon, I want to give it a go. And my training's been going good, so I've won these half marathons and won prizes in my age group, so I must be doing something right within this training. I know a full marathon's completely different, but I think I'm just going to do the training and my method. But from now to the Rotorua Marathon next year is about in May the 5th, or I don't know the exact date, but it's in May. So that's Auckland 1 done. So what's coming up next is in February now is the Wellington, probably 10k, because I don't like running hot in the hot. I'd rather just do the 10k, that's for speed and just more general fitness. And another thing I want to throw in is this year is do some park runs. I signed up for the park runs. So I want to try and do at least one park run a month for 5k. We'll see how that goes with the park runs. I'm not sure. I'm sort of my own coach, and my inspiration is pretty much just my family. I've not got no running club, and the YouTube community. I've got about 5 YouTube channels that I watch that I've learnt from, like Sage Kennedy, Seth James Damore, awesome inspiration, and who else? Michael Coe, Chicago runner Michael Coe, and also Vegan Bro Science. And the one running channel that's found big help is the running experience with Coach Nate and Coach Holly. When I had my sore knees, at the time it was just good timing. I think the running experience channel had exercises in explaining why runners get sore knees, to do with the foam rolling helps if you do foam rolling in the thighs and the inner muscles in the legs, and I tried that and I applied those helpful videos, and completely amazing they helped, so that's incredible. So that's mainly my coaching is there. That's it. So I'm going to try sort of a bit impossible, a bit crazy, but I'm going to try for Rotorua. Well, some people will laugh at that, but I feel like the running is going good at the moment. And that's what I'm aiming for. If there's any injuries, maybe I'll go up and do something else, but nothing is set in stone. If I try and I fail, no worries. It's all fun. It's all a good running journey. I love every minute of it. But I try and I don't want to make it too complex. I like to keep running simple. Over the last year, well, a year and a half ago, I was running 50 k's a week, and I slowly built that up to 70 k's for about the last 6 months. And one thing I changed for this half marathon was that a month ago, the last week, on the 4th week, I built it up to 100 k's. So building up a 30k run on the Friday and 15 k's each day in the week, with a little bit of a bike ride and a swim, just to keep that fitness going. And I think that has proved, just building that bit of k's from 70 k's to 100. I think it's partly why I found this half marathon last weekend fairly easy, or who knows. And it's good to know about certain things. Diet, it's really important to get the diet right. One thing I did a little bit is, I think sometimes you get these runners, they're scared to eat, or they under nutrition for the days before. I tried a little bit this time of the taper week, or the 2 days before. Just carry on eating you know, don't undereat sort of thing. I think I might have done in the past. You want to stay thin and don't want to be, you know, overweight on the run sort of thing. But I think on that last couple of days, you have normal healthy meals to be stronger on that day when you run. Big help too. So that's another thing I've learned. So it's good to note those down. The night before I had, I slept on my van over Devonport and just cooked up a watercress meal with kumaras, potatoes, lentils in the pot. And then my gas cooker ran out, so I didn't have time to, and then it got dark, so I didn't have time to cook the rice, but that was alright, so that worked out, and the run went awesome. So I've got things coming from ASICS. When I went after the Auckland Half Marathon, I was lined up in the queue, and I said, where did I come? Because my battery was all flat, because I slept in the van the night before. I didn't know where I came, where I was, so I lined up in the queue to see my results, and they said, oh, you came second in your age group, and you've won a little bag. And I thought, oh yeah, and it looked like a little bag, you know, one of those little warehouse bags sort of things. I thought, oh yeah, that's okay. But then they said, come back at 11 o'clock, line up, and they give out the prizes for age groups. And I saw the person in front of me who'd won their age group for the marathon. They handed him an envelope with a $150 voucher, and I thought, oh, that's already lucky. Oh, you wonder, well, I'm getting a bag, a $5 bag or something. And then came to me, she handed me the envelope, $120 voucher, and like the expression on my face was like, you know, to me, that's awesome. You know, to win something for your little efforts is, you know, pretty incredible, really. Yeah, it's fun, definitely fun and adventure. Yeah, so other than that, I want to get on to Wellington 10K, a few park runs, Waitariri. I don't know how that's going to fit in, but maybe this year instead of running Waitariri for PB, I might do Waitariri, maybe a half marathon for just a long run to build up to the Rotorua Marathon. But that's how it is for now. Yeah, so yeah, I haven't done many videos, but I try and do the odd videos. Yeah, I do some videos every now and then, but that's just the update of what I've been doing. So I hope your running's going good. Any comments, if anybody's got any comments about running, because it's my first marathon coming up, any hints of how to just get to the marathon and be, I don't want to get too technical on heaps of paces and pacing minute by minute. I want to keep it simple. That's how I've done these races. I've kept it simple, pretty much gone feeling, pretty much, and I think I'll do what I'm doing, maybe do just a bit more longer mileage, maybe do, instead of just straight few hill repeats, maybe do some 1K repeats. So I think they'll have to do that, but I just want to know if anyone who has done marathons can give me a few tips, because I just want to know how to get to go from a 1.5 hours half marathon to next level. And it's a bit difficult because of my age also. I'm not too sure. Is anybody around the 55 year age group who is doing marathons? And yeah, there's all sorts of people who've been doing marathons, all ages, but to me, I'm just enjoying every day of doing it, but I want to get some tips from people who've run marathons. What sort of mileage is good? I'm thinking 100 Ks a week. I don't want to go over 120. I wouldn't, at this stage, I don't want to really go over 120 Ks, but what sort of things can I add to get from an hour and a half marathon to sub 3 hour marathon? What type of training do I have to change? Feels like it's going good at the moment, so any tips about training, about any tips, so that's good. Thanks for watching. This video is going on a bit long, but yeah, awesome. Have a good run, and any tips from people, let me know in the comments below. Thanks, awesome, good one. See you later.